YouTube. Connect. Okay, is this live? Create. Wait, so it's not working? YouTube. How do I check this? Oh no, it is. Okay, so I need to swap this over. And then swap this back. Oh, I need to... Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me? I'm trying to get set up. I don't know if this is proper. Alright, sick. Oh no, why did that turn off? Alright, trying to figure out how I can actually see chat without having to... 1 second. Why did that turn off? Okay, so it's not showing up here for some reason. Docs, chat. That doesn't seem right. Sorry, 1 sec. I can't see anything right now. I downloaded a Caster Labs. Is that what it's called? It's just not on. Caster Labs. Okay, so this goes here. And then this goes here. Alright. Sorry, give me a sec. Yeah, you can ask whatever. Sorry. I'm just getting set up, so... I'm still very new to this. I'm super slow at setting up. You can ask literally whatever. Can you hear me right now? All right. Yeah, you can start with whatever. Oh, sick. The chat thing is working now. I was trying to get this set up last time. I couldn't figure it out. I think it's working anyways. You can see like your own text in the bottom right, right? Okay, how do I move this in? Just finished the build, losing a big amount of HP at some point in the map. Do you have Uhtred's Chalice? You do have Runic Ward at full. Is it to monsters, or do you mean you're just like degenning randomly in the middle of nowhere? Just losing it? It's probably from Berserk. You can link me your Po Ninja, and I can see if you have anything set up improperly. Are you doing the budget version, or are you doing the version with the scepter? Okay, this is set up properly. Alright, here we go. Can you post your Po Ninja? Are you Horochi? Can you post your Po Ninja in the build help, and then I can take a look? And then let me know when it's there. Ooh, one divine, first one. The build help channel. Ideally. You think it's Berserk? Yeah, it probably is Berserk, but it just kind of comes down to whether you have the correct setup to mitigate it. Let me see. Can I make this any... There. Okay. So it looks like you're doing the expensive version. This looks set up properly. L a week. Time of need. Okay. You do have vitality too. Okay, so one thing I did is I did change my start a little bit to pick up this extra regen node here. You shouldn't be decaying that much in the start of the map though. Or sorry, in the middle of the map. At the start of the map, yes, because you don't really have your intelligence motes built up yet. But by the middle of the map, when you have your intelligence motes, you shouldn't really be degenning that much at all in your Earthshatter set. War Banner, you do have Vitality. Your War Banner is enabled in both sets, right? The other build is like on pause right now. I was thinking about it, and it's not bad, but there's like issues with getting the single target online. Like I was trying to farm some like full juiced 200% Deli, like full effectiveness on every tablet to kind of test it out, and I couldn't get the single target feeling right. I feel like you have to go crit to really get it good on spear builds, but I don't think you can easily go crit with the series contempt. It's like super expensive. War banners on both. Nothing at the start. In the middle, you just die. That shouldn't be the case. Are you sure it's not just like bleed or ignite or something like that? Time of need is also enabled on both, right? Yeah. That's kind of weird. Like, if you look at my setup over here, let me, like, get to a safe spot. Like, if I'm in my Earthshatter set, I basically degen, like, nothing, right? There shouldn't be any degen on your Earthshatter set. On your Whirling set, there might be a little bit of degen because you only have your Scepter in your actual mace set. So you don't have Vitality 2 when you're Whirling. So on the Whirling set, you might be degenning a little bit. If that's the case, I am testing out a slightly different setup for Weapon Set 1, where I take a little bit of extra regen here just to kind of counterbalance that. So you could try that out if you feel like you're degenning a lot on the Whirling Slash set. So what I did is I dropped off this spear section over here, and I just picked up the attack speed over here instead because it's a little bit closer to this cluster, and then this gives a little bit of life regeneration rate and regenerate 0.5% max life. So give this a try, and then see if that helps with the degen on your Whirling Slash, because I'm assuming it's the Whirling Slash set where you're actually degenning, not the Earthshatter set. Would be my guess. I think everything else... Is there anything else that would cause more degen? You have Runic Ward, right? Yeah, you do have Runic Ward. Nothing is on... Your setup is correct, so give that a try first, and then let me know if the degen is still really significant. Yes. Shouldn't I notice it as well if I have the spear at the start? Yeah, you should notice it at the start of the map. The degen should be the strongest at the start of the map before you actually build up your moats. So I'm not too sure why you would only notice it halfway through. That makes me kind of suspect that it's like like you're just getting hit by bleed or something. Berserk doesn't need to be on the Whirling Slash set, but the thing is, because the alternate quality for Gemling on Berserk gives like 19 max rage or something like that, if your Berserk is not enabled on the Whirling Slash set, that means that every single time that you swap sets from Whirling and then use your Earthshatter, you're going to be missing like 19 max rage. That's why on the budget version, you don't have Berserk enabled on the Whirling Slash set, because the budget version doesn't really have any way to mitigate it. But by the time you have, you know, a little bit more spirit to work with, you can fit in Vitality 1, Vitality 2. You have enough tools to kind of mitigate the degen that you can put Berserk on both sets, and that way you're at maximum rage the entire time when you're mapping. Does that make sense? Like, if you look at me here, when I'm swapping sets, you see how I'm at 68, 69 max rage? If you enable Berserk only on your Earthshatter set and not on the Whirling set, I'm going to drop the 50 rage every single time I whirl, which means that you're always going to be missing like 15 to 20 rage when you're mapping. Yeah. It's like a small optimization. You don't need it if you're okay with mapping with a little bit less max rage, because for bossing, you're still going to get it up, right? You're going to just press your Seismic Cry and then swap to your Earthshatter set, and then you're also going to get some rage on hit, so... It's totally okay if you find the degen 2 annoying, you can just turn it off of your Whirling Slash set temporarily, until you get a little bit more regen to work with. I think at this point, even in my Whirling Slash set, with the new passive tree that I have with a little bit more life regen, I don't think I decay any rage. I don't decay at all anymore. Yeah, so in both sets right now, I'm okay on Berserk degen, which is nice. Okay. Let me set this. All right. Holy shit. I'm testing out some Splinter Farm on just like 3 tablet, because I'm kind of annoyed with farming for cities. I want to see if I'm like still getting full simulacrums just from like single maps on 3 tablet regions. Whoever decided that these need to be picked up individually needs like a stern talking to. This build is technically really good at actually doing this because it moves in really small increments, but it's still so annoying. But this is technically like one of the best possible builds for actual Splinter Farm. Oh my lord. No bleed, no ignite. Death message is committed suicide. If you die and it says you committed suicide, it is Berserk degen. The thing is, like, you shouldn't be degenning a lot. It just means that Berserk was the last thing that, like, did something. It took you down from, like, 1 HP to 0. That's why it says committed suicide. It's not... It'll say that, basically, as long as you didn't get one shot. Because Berserk's always going to be the degen finishing you off. But the ideal is that you get enough life regen that it just counterbalances it, and you basically have no degen anymore. 3k HP in not even 2 seconds? Without mobs around. That doesn't make sense. 3k HP in 2 seconds? Is your... That I've never seen that before. Like, Berserk should not be degenning you even close to that fast. Do you have, like, Val Pact or something? Something that cancels your regen? Can you somehow swap to a crit version of this build? Yes, if you have a lot of currency, but I don't really think it's worth it. Yeah, but the thing is, he said he's not ignited or bleeding, so, and it's just like no mobs around, nothing like that. If you can record a video and stick it into the build help channel, then I can take a look, because that sounds really weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yes, you can do a crit version of the build. The only thing is you have to put actual points and investment into crit, and I feel like, at least my perception is, the build does enough damage that you would get a better feeling overall build if you just put those points into defense and attack speed instead. Because you kind of one-shot everything already, so... King? Yeah, I am on Twitch right now. It's Phylaris lol, LOL, instead of POE, because I named it wrong. I used to play League, so I type lol automatically. I'll change that in like 3 weeks when it lets me. Favorite build of the League? Ooh. Yeah, I've seen some Svalin versions with ES, like full ES CI Svalin versions using Medveds. I actually tried respecing the character over to that, just to see if it felt better. I didn't love it. I felt like I wasn't getting enough attack speed going that way because I was like routing all the way around the tree. But in general, Svalin, like, and stacking some block chance is super, super strong. Yo, what's up, Mo? How do you pronounce your name? Is it Wung Wung? I do think the Svalin version is very good. You don't go quite as fast, but it's super, super tanky. Are you running, what's it called? Molten Shell on it? Molten Shield? Wang Wang? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I think both Svalin and Chernobog are like pretty good variants. But especially Svalin. So many splinters, man. It's actually not even that bad on 3 tablet. Like, look at this shit. You actually stayed armor with Fallen and just capped max block with Molten Shield over Scavenged. Stayed armor because you only have a 3% Fallen. Oh, what happened to my game? Even the 20k armor you have left is still good since 90% block is nice, man. Yeah. How much did you have to invest to reach 90% on the tree? Is that like two, 3 full block clusters? Yeah, I'm trying to do dual streaming. I'm still figuring it out, but maybe eventually I'll just do it on Twitch if YouTube's kind of annoying. Can you guys hear my music, by the way? And if yes, do you want to hear it, or should I turn it off? I don't know if people find that annoying and they want to like play their own stuff. Damn, that was 1.5 simulacrums off of a single 3 tablet map. That's kind of crazy. That's like 4 divs just off of splinters. Did end up getting a Mega with defensive stance for 4% max block. Got that one with colossal weapons. Forces of nature for ADD. You get like 10% max block off of molten shell, right? What's my tablet setup? I'm just using self-crafted tablets right now. I'm like testing stuff out because I don't like doing like really expensive tablets. So, oh, actually that was 4. I'm just running stack size of splinters on everything, and then the rest is like some mix of rarity, effectiveness. I don't think these have any mirrors, increased mirrors, but if you can get increased mirrors, that one's really good too. I actually didn't realize this was City Region. Yeah, I think Svalin sounds really, really good, especially if you're farming Expedition. Like, it sounds so much more comfortable than my version. Ooh, I am lagging. I might have to restart my game. Jesus, what is going on? Sorry, I don't know what's going on with this. I still can't believe they make us pick these up one by one. Like, this is the best farm in the game, at least for me, and I'm like playing cookie clicker out here. Two set 2 forces of nature delay siege for 1% increased damage per block. There's also like a move speed on block. I guess that doesn't matter much for this build though. I've always wanted to try that one, like the 1% move speed on recent block. But I guess it doesn't do anything for rolling flash setups. Jesus. How is that terrain? No, thank you. Nice. Full as Mary, spirit farming, grand expeditions, and pretty much never die. I might have to try that out. I never really got comfortable in Grand Expedition. Like, I never died in actual combat, besides the one stupid headhunter death when I went over, like, ignited ground, but I just couldn't get comfortable, so I might have to try a Fallen setup, if that's the case. I was getting chunked regularly enough that I was like, it just doesn't feel safe. I have actually never done Esmeri spirit farming. Is there any world you can go block or evasion? Yeah, if you the guy right above you, Drathmar Darkstar, is going 90% block with a Svalin setup. You can ask for his POB, because it sounds like it's pretty good. I'd expect probably a little bit less damage and a little bit less attack speed, of course, but, you know, if it's super, super tanky, it's probably worth it. What did you end up dropping off from the, from your spirit, since you don't have a scepter? Yeah, I've tried that setup. I didn't like it. Let me take a look if it's the same one. POB. Yeah, this one. I tried this setup. I respect my character, and like bought all the jewels. I crafted like a bunch of 3 rage jewels. I really didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie. It felt super awkward. Like, there were good things about it. Like, you get way higher max hit, and the Svalin is super nice, but just like the lack of regular recovery was really annoying to me. And then I thought it was going to have a lot more attack speed than it actually did, but even with all of the +3 rage jewels, like, I was getting slightly less attack speed on my whirling than I did on my like regular build, and I was getting way less attack speed on my Earthshatter, because you can only put medveds in one, right? Like, you can only put medveds in your whirling or in your Earthshatter. So I actually just didn't enjoy it at all. It felt really awkward. But there's good things about it, right? The max hit is much higher, so you don't get one shot. But I will say it's also a lot more expensive to set up. Like, I would not try to set that version up without, like, a couple thousand divines. Divine. Oh, shit. Okay. That's better than a divine. I think Perfect Chaos are like 5 divs right now. You dropped cast on CO for cast on block, so you could get a better amulet. That's surprising. Like, my assumption with cast on block was... I tried it when I tried that Chinese setup, with, like, the full ES Fallen, and I couldn't sustain Vergless with cast on block. Like, I wasn't getting hit enough for it. Oh, shit! Alright, what did I get? Did anybody see? This is my third rite of passage this league, and I haven't done, like, a single spirit farm, but all of them have been garbage ones. Alright, cat, wolf, stag. Boom! Oh, fuck! It's actually cat. How much is this right now? My others were like ox and boar, I think. Spirit of the cat. Oh, it's not even that much. 300 divs? Okay, well, 300 divs is 300 divs. I actually cannot believe how many rite of passages I've dropped this league. I've done, like, 0 spirit interaction whatsoever. Never looked at the Chinese setup, you figured it out yourself. I feel like your setup probably feels better. I couldn't get into it. I think you need like thousands of divines to make the Chinese setup feel better. Like double ES rules with plus rage and then with block. If you have like a Palstron level like 2 mirror setup, it probably feels better. But if you don't have insane amounts of money, I'm pretty sure it just feels worse. It feels like paper. Like, even though you have this Fallen and even though you have all that ES, like the recovery isn't there. You don't get your ES back while you're in combat. So I just really don't enjoy builds that rely on like convalescence for ES sustain. Maybe there's like an evasion ES version of it where you can go Ghost Dance and it feels good though. You got Palm of the Dreamer plus Rockiata and swapped Ela Weakness to Enfeeble. Feels more tanky but don't feel the damage increase. What are your thoughts? That's not a damage increase. That's a significant damage decrease. Rockiata's, generally speaking, significantly worse than Ela Weakness and Ela Exposure in like the vast majority of content. Unless you're specifically doing Grand Expedition, or you're doing like Ela Res maps. Rockiata is basically always worse, and you'll notice like a significant damage drop-off when you use Rockiatas. Palm of the Dreamer, I would also say it doesn't really do anything. It's just expensive, and it has less gain as than Sacred Flame. Even if you do Rockiata, I would say pick one of the Guiding Palm Scepters, like the Cold one, for example, and that's probably going to feel better than Palm of the Dreamer. Because Herald of Ice range is a lot bigger than the Palm of Dreamer Explosion anyways. So I don't think that really does anything for this specific setup. The other thing I would say is try Temporal Chains over Enfeeble. I've like swapped between them a lot, and I just always end up preferring Temporal Chains if I'm doing a defensive one. I got the character to like level 92, level 93, and I kind of put it on pause because it just didn't feel strong enough for this point in the league. The clear was really good. I was running like 200% Deli with full effectiveness tablets. The clear was really good, but the single target was not good. I couldn't figure out the single target. I feel like you have to go crit, and it's just so expensive to go crit with the Series Contempt. So that's like on pause for now, because I don't know what to do about that issue. Oh, you don't even need that much rage on hit. Like, 1 rage on hit is enough, honestly. It's just to sustain your rage so it doesn't actually degen, right? So 1 rage on hit, 5 rage on hit, basically the same thing. Rage on hit was more important when I was running Infernal Cry, because Infernal Cry only gets you to 24 rage when you press it, right? But Seismic Cry's bugged, so it gets you to 48, so you don't really need more rage on hit than just 1. Bro, you guys are good luck. What the fuck? It's like my first map and I just got a random cat charm. That is nutty. I think that's my biggest individual drop of this league. 300D. Also, if any of you want like a really, really fun setup, you can drop Warbanner if you don't use Warbanner up and put in Blink. It's really imbalanced feeling. Like, it's not a good build, quote unquote. It like makes the build worse, but it makes it really, really fun. Yo, this map is returning. 2 perfect chaos. Cat charm. Blink instead of Warbanner. I'll show you after this map. I might die with it because I'm not used to it, but it's really, really fun. If you just want like a for fun setup because it's like a month and a half in, it's really sick feeling. I think I just ate that slam to the face. All right, let me set it up and show you. It's quality. It's just the quality from the gem. Alternate quality, rather. All right, let me put Blink on and show you what it looks like. Dude, what a map. I'll stick this up for 290 divs. Alright, what was I gonna do? I was gonna set up Blink, right? Gem. Blink. Mobility. Rapid casting. And what's the last thing? Cooldown reduction. Let me take out my Warbanner. Okay, I have to take out one thing. I think it's precision, and then I can turn it on. Okay. Gemling Blink goes so far, it's like really, really hard to control. It's okay. Whenever you figure it out and record it, you can just at me in the Discord and send it to me, and I'll take a look. Okay, I probably shouldn't do this in Deli though. So let me find a regular map. And then tablet. This is Deli. This is not Deli. Okay. It's actually such a fun setup. It's not as good though, but you know. Nice. Bro, it goes so fast. I don't like playing it in Deli because you kind of skip over the mirrors, but in anything else, this is like really, really fun. Okay, it's bad in Grand Expedition as well because you need the banner in Expedition. But basically all you do is drop the banner and drop precision and you can run Blink. And just zoom around the map. What are you running for Deli? I've just been running full Deli tablets with splinters, increased splinters. You farm like 1.5 simulacrums per map, so that's like 4 divs just in simulacrum splinters. Oopsies. I love Blink so much. Can I blink up here? Oh my god, I can. Yeah, if you're speed farming, you should try Blink. It's really, really good in Breach because you kind of just go side to side, right? Like you clear one side and you blink to the other side. You don't really need Banner for anything in Deli Breach farm anyways, so... Banner I really only use in Grand Expedition, to be honest. Damn, I am tinking non-stop. You don't have enough spirit for Banner? You could get a Corrupted Scepter. If you have, like, really low spirit on your amulet, you can get the rest off of Scepter, potentially. Yeah, Simulacrums, Grand Expeditions. I don't even use it in Simulacrum. Oh, well, I guess I do. I mean, Simulacrum, with or without Banner, you just kind of stand there in the middle and just, like, do this, right? So, I don't know if it actually makes a difference. I feel like in Grand Expedition, it definitely makes a difference, though. Because you kind of, like, kite around the edge of the banner and do this, right? Simulacrum, like, I don't even bother putting it down, to be honest. If you can try this Blink setup, though, I definitely recommend it. Just for fun. Is Headhunter bad on this type of build? No, Headhunter's great. I just like Mageblood better. Mageblood's more consistent overall, I think. Because Headhunter doesn't have that many buffs that really increase your attack speed. I think there's only like 1 or 2, so... I find Mageblood with Silver is just more consistent than Headhunter. Also, Headhunter just makes it really hard to cap your resistances, so it's kind of annoying. Bro, Blink feels so good, man. I really, really want to run it, but like I know it's bad for the build. It's not as balanced, losing the banner and losing the refraction, losing the vitality, but it's so fun to play. Did I quit on Stormlance? I didn't quit. I put it on pause. Like, the clearing was really good. I was able to do, like, 200% Deli with full effectiveness tablets. The single target was not so good. And I could not get the single target feeling good. I just couldn't think of some way to get around it. Besides just going for a really, really, really expensive crit setup, which I didn't want to do. Still have issues getting one shot in 200 Deli with 3k health, capped resist, and 88 armor. Are you killing stuff fast enough? Yeah, I was doing a series Contempt Stormlance. The clearing was actually really good. Like, it was way, way, way better than the Spearfield character. I just couldn't get single target. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to get single target as a non-crit spear build. And going a series Contempt with crit is super, super expensive, so... I don't know. I just couldn't figure something out besides tossing like 2,000 divines at the build to get the single target feeling good. So it's on pause for now. Like, I don't want to recommend a build to anybody that, you know, it just doesn't kill bosses very well. If I can figure something out, I'll pick it back up, though. I might actually try Blink in... I was testing it in 200 Deli with like 4 full effectiveness tablets. You weren't doing a series spear, right? You were ordained. Yeah. But the thing is, I wanted to clear with Stormlance. Like, Stormlance is good for single target, but I wanted to clear with Stormlance. So I had to do a different setup. Because you can't get enough frenzy charges for Stormlance to just, like, perma-sustain. Which means you can't really rely on the... like, the faster ticking one. So I found the only way to really reliably clear with it was with a series Contempt, but that basically has to be non-crit. No, I had Combat Frenzy. The problem is the minimum threshold on Combat Frenzy, right? You can only generate charges once every 5 to 6 seconds or so. So if you're actually clearing with Stormlance as your primary driver, you're chucking a Stormlance like once or twice per second. There's just no way for Combat Frenzy to actually keep up. Like, there was just a lot of inconsistency on the character that I'm not quite sure how to solve yet. Oh, hey, baby. Do I play mage builds sometimes or mainly melee? Always melee. I always play attack builds. Oh, why does this guy not take damage? Hello? I don't understand some of these Abyss mobs, to be honest. Like, I know for Amanumu's Void, you have to both be in the Void or both be outside of it, but, like, I don't know why some of those random rares that don't have Amanumu's Void still, like, are just invincible for, like, 5 seconds at a time. I don't know what mechanic that is. Oh, fuck, okay. Alright, wasn't the light anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have issues with the clearing overall. It was mostly just the single target on non-crit that I was having some issues with. Like, I was comparing it to this character because they had really similar build setups, and it just did like 10 times less damage than Earthshatter, so I was like, man. There's like a couple things with mage builds that kind of turned me off. Like, number one, the fact that almost all of them have to go cast on crit and just like go cast on crit arc or cast on crit comet. I don't really love that. I also don't really like how basically all of them cap around Runeseeker's fork or whatever it's called right now. Let me take a look. Oh, how do I... There we go. Power Ninja. You're clearing with Spearfield, right? Like, clearing with Spearfield and then using Stormlance as, like, the single target buffer? Or are you mainly clearing with Stormlance? Yeah, because the thing is, Stormlance is good, don't get me wrong. You could absolutely do, like, Spearfield or Lightning Spear for clear, and then Stormlance just helps with single target. But, like, I really wanted to set Stormlance up as, like, the thing for the build, right? Like, it does single target and it does bossing, and it just didn't really do it well enough when it was split in between. I'll have to try it again as a crit setup, though, without a series contempt. Arc and Comets are very boring for me as well. You can do, like, Ice Nova with cast on crit Ice Nova, but I think realistically it's just not as good as Comet or Arc. It looks really cool though. Yeah, I'll try it again with a crit setup, like without a series contempt, and see how it feels. Alright. I need to swap out a blink before this gets me killed. Alright, back to splinter farming. Where are my maps? There they are. Was there ever whirlwind types of skill in PoE from Diablo? Yeah, Cyclone. That's what everybody was waiting on, like, this league. Everybody thought swords were coming out, and then we get to play, like, Cyclone, but it never came. I really want to do a build that just does this. Like, I want to build Whirlwind Slash as the damaging skill, so you can just hold this and run around. But it's really, really, really difficult to do. Like, if you actually level this up, the mana cost is going to be so obscene at high attack speed. And then I thought you'd be able to do it with the taming and just have, like, you know, try Ella, have a bunch of gain as damage. But it actually only affects the collapse damage, like when you roll out of the whirling. That's what gets buffed by the taming. The actual whirl itself doesn't get buffed, so it just doesn't do any damage. But I think if you have, like, mirror tier gear, You can do an actual, just like full-on whirling slash build and just like whirl around like this and pretend you're cycloning. I think it'd be really fun, just incredibly expensive. Oh my god, I keep trying to blink. Gloomy, you didn't stack any, like, what's it called, that stat? The, like, chance to not consume charges, right? You were at 0%? Did you go over a leveling setup in one of your videos for this build? Yeah, I just used, if you go to the Mobalytics guide, at the way right side, it has the leveling setup. It's just permafrost bolts and fragmentation rounds. If you go to my last YouTube live, I was leveling for a different build with the exact same setup, so you can check that out as well. It's super simple. You put on permafrost bolts and you put on glacial fragmentation rounds at level 1, and that's it. That's your entire campaign. You don't have to add anything else. You just press those 2 buttons for the entirety of campaign. It's super, super chill. Oh wait, that was the boss, wasn't it? Alright. You get out of here and get back into Deli. Did they make his hole smaller? I don't remember it being this small. That's such a tiny hole. Yeah, I'll give it another try with crit and see how it goes. I just couldn't get the single target feeling good with non-crit. They really need tablet loadouts, by the way. Like, having to constantly swap tablets is probably my least favorite thing in the game right now. Yeah, yeah. $38. Bro, can you believe each splinter is like 1% of a div, basically? So you drop 40 splinters, that's like 4/10 of a div right there. It's actually so crazy. Like, that's half a div. Oopsies. I don't like Expedition? No. I mean, maybe if I did a block setup with Spalding, I would play more Expedition, but it's kind of uncomfortable to play. It's also a little bit laggy for me. I just prefer running Deli. the thing with Expedition is, you know how sometimes when you're playing games like PoE, like farm games, you get kind of in like a flow state, if that makes any sense? Like you just chill and kind of zone out and you farm. I feel like I can do that when I'm mapping in 200% Deli. I can't do that in Expedition. Like Expedition, you have to run around and think so much about like all the placements, you know, and you have to be so careful in the actual combat that like I can't really relax and just like get into it in Expedition, if that makes sense. Whereas with Deli, I can just like run through and it's just like super chill. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot click. Does Twister work with this build instead of Earthshatter? Yes. You can literally do... This is very similar to a Twister build. They both just whirl around, and then with Twister, you hit the Twister. With Earthshatter, you hit the Earthshatter. There's really not that many differences, to be honest. Can't upload a video because it's too big for Discord. You can upload to something like Streamable, and then just link the Streamable. So streamable.com. You can upload it to here if it's just like a few minutes long, and then stick the link into Discord. It'll take like maybe 10 minutes to process. Yeah, exactly. Like Temple, Expedition, Ritual as well. I get the same thing in Ritual. Like the way you have to stop and just keep re-rolling for the favors, like it just kind of takes me out of it. I can farm them sometimes, but it's just not as fun for me as stuff that I can kind of just like brain off and blast through. Deli is my favorite, and then Breach after that. Oh, hell nah. Deli Breach is fun? Yeah. I think the thing with Deli Breach, though, is I think the returns are just not as good as doing Deli with full Deli tablets. I was reading somebody's, like, infograph thing, and he said that on 200% Deli, Breach was actually the worst returns for him. And then it was Abyss, and then the best was just 3 to 4 Deli tablets. Yeah, I do too. I feel you there. Whatever, I'll just sit mute. Alright, here's my voices. This is actually such a good brain off simu build. So you can sit here and never get voices. Oh yeah, Hive Blood and Catalyst is pretty consistent as well. It's just not as good as Deli Farm. Because, like, you kind of saw how I was getting just absolutely bombarded by splinters, right? Like each 300 splinters makes a simulacrum, which sells for like 3 divs. And you get like 400, 500 splinters per map. So just at a baseline off the splinters alone, you're making like 4 to 5 divines per map with Deli. With like no other drops or anything included. It is really good. You go for like the main one you need to get is increased splinter stack size, and then effectiveness, increased mirrors, and then like rarity or rare monsters is good as well. Any mix of those is fine. But the important thing is if you're getting like 120, the important thing is you reach the breakpoint of getting 100% increased splinters. Right? At least this is the way I think it works. Like, let's say that you run 3 Deli tablets and each one has 20% increased splinter size. That means you're getting 60%, but I don't think it rounds up. So if you have like a single splinter drop and you get 60% increase, it's still going to round down to 1 splinter. So you need to get enough splinter stack increase that it goes over 100% total, if it makes sense. Yeah, I don't think it rounds up. Now, that being said, Jado has a random increase between 0 and 40%, and then there's a 15% increase on the actual Atlas tree. So I think the breakpoint, roughly, that you want to reach is at least 80% total increased splinter stack size. If you get around 80%, you're pretty much always going to go to that next threshold where 1 splinter turns into 2 splinters. And that's how you go from like 100 splinters per map to like 200, 300 splinters per map. Because you'll never drop single splinters. It'll always be 2 splinters minimum. Just make sure you're hitting that threshold. Otherwise, like, you're just wasting tablets, basically, with full Deli. I don't have a command for the build, but if you go to my videos, it's just the Weed Whacker Earthshatter guide. It's the exact same thing. Although I made some small changes to it. Where the fuck is this guy? You run it only on 200% Deli? Yeah, on the non 200% Deli regions, you run 1 Deli tablet and 2 irradiated tablets with Waystone Quant. And then you just like path towards Citadels, you path towards Matriarch Halls, Patriarch Halls, and then you set up Grand Mirrors for more 200% Deli regions. Am I missing something? Oh, here. Have you tried a rare mace? Did you try base Oro Vasara or did you try the cold version? Rare mace is better than Oro Vasara if you get a really good one. It's just very expensive. Like, the highest cap of the build is a Tri-Ela Mace with Trinity. It's just really, really expensive to get online, so I didn't want to recommend it. Because, like, if I recommend it, there's only, like, 3 or 4 good Ela Maces on the entire market. Those are going to get bought out instantly, and then everybody's going to be like, what mace do I use? Ooh. The thing with Oro Vasara is it stacks slowly. Like, the first 5-10 seconds of a map will feel really, really bad, but after that, it should feel pretty good. Yeah. Nobody even has the bases in their filter blade. Like, who is playing one-hand maces, man? This has to be one of the best simulacrum builds in the game. You just sit here and spin. Where's the last one? Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? He's just hiding by the gate?
Your life has no substance beyond the coins in your pocket. There's no one in this world who will care when you die.
That's not true. You got no bloody idea what you're talking about.
Foul intruder.
Where are the mobs at? Oh. No voices, shocker. Do I have mana leech on my items? No. I have no physical damage, so I can't leech from physical damage anyways. If you're having problems with mana sustain, there's a few things to do. First is you need to get a good roll of Uhtred's Chalice, like 280, 290% plus. And then make sure your gem studded is actually balanced. This guy over here. The way you do this is remove blue gems and remove red gems and make sure that your mana cost is actually like changing, right? So for example, mine is at 75 right now. If I remove a blue gem, it goes up to 106. That means I'm perfectly balanced for gem studded. So make 100% sure you're balanced for gem studded and then always have your Olroths active. Yeah, you could leech with Oisins, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't really think it's necessary either, to be completely honest, but yeah. You just have to make sure you don't have too many plus levels, and you'll be okay. The video is in the build questions channel. Okay, I'll take a look. Four and a half tabs of T. Yeah, I have vendored like so many T15s at this point. I just stopped picking them up for the most part. Let me see. Oh, it's ignite. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. You don't have your fire res capped on your whirling slash set because you're capping your fire res in your mace set with your purity scepter. I died like this too in Grand Expedition when I changed over to a headhunter because I forgot to balance my fire res on my whirling slash set. You have basically ignore the purity scepter. You can't use the fire res from it. Otherwise, that's gonna happen. Right, so like if you look here at my fire resistances, even in my whirling slash set, I'm capped on fire res. It's capped on both sets? That's really weird then. That's a really strong ignite. Wait, you had ignite charm up? Oh, it happened. What? I actually don't see how you died so fast if you're capped on both sets. That's really weird. What even caused this ignite? This is all white mobs. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. That's really weird. It happens every map? Corpse Explosion Ignite? I've never seen this. I don't see anything on your screen. It's just white mobs. Are you like 100% sure you're capped without the scepter? I don't see how you could possibly get an ignite this strong. There's nothing here. There's they're all dead. The entire screen is dead. Yeah, I legit don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Where do you get max life? Every single piece of gear. That's just the reality of like playing life-based melee builds. Right? I have a tier 1 life roll on both rings. I have a life roll on my amulet. I have tier 1 life roll on my gloves, tier 1 life roll on my boots. You pretty much just have to get life everywhere you can get it in order to get your max hit up. Otherwise, you're going to be down at like 2.5k HP, and then you're always at risk of getting one shot. This is 81. 1C. No thanks. If you don't have room for all skills, you need to get Augmented Flesh as an anoint. Don't get it on a Megalo, the prices went way up. You get it as an anoint. It costs like 2 divines to anoint onto your amulet. That is a lot of loot, sir. Don't mind if I do. I am so jealous of controller loot, by the way. Like, the fact that I have to go through and click all of these instead of just rolling over it is... What, life flask? Just anything. I haven't even... I'm just using the life flask that I had in campaign. Just anything that gives you some good amount of life regen is fine. I don't think it's super important. Like, you can see my HP doesn't really go down, right? Like, the important flask is this one. This is your real life flask right here. Like, getting a good roll on your Utrids and just pressing it with the guard on mana flask mod at the right times, that's your real life flask. I basically just don't take damage to my HP. So I don't really care about my actual life flask. Oh my lord. Sunsplinter. I'm surprised that's actually in the loot filter. I guess because of people doing the Infernal Cry build. Is it worth trying to corrupt your Megalomaniac? I don't know. Can it change the roll? I've never corrupted a Megalo, because I wasn't sure either. I actually don't know. Whatever. Wait, what? What is this layout? Oh, what happened there? How is the Stormlance build going, or is it on pause? It's on pause right now. I couldn't figure out the single target. I have to do some kind of crit transition for it. I really wanted to make it work non-crit with the series contempt, but the single target's just not there. It was really bad in 200% Deli with like full effectiveness. It was okay in like regular 200% Deli, but as soon as I pumped up the effectiveness on tablets and the Waystone, it just fucking fell off a cliff, man. It was bad. So I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of full crit transition for that build. What belt am I using? I'm using a really bad belt. Don't use my belt. The important rolls to get on your Mage Blood are Silver, Bismuth, and Granite. Granite or Jade. One of the plus 2000, either plus 2000 armor or plus 2000 evasion. Mine is really, really useless. I have Silver because I didn't want to roll over it. But I'm missing like 20,000 armor because of it. So I don't recommend getting Quicksilver. Do we need to turn off Exalted Orbs and Filter Blade? Yes, like, you need to turn off Exalted Orbs like 3 weeks ago, bro. They're like 700 to 1 Divine. It's like picking up alterations. Do you have a guide on my Deli farm? It's really, really straightforward. Let me see. Oh, my tablets are out. All you do is you use tablets like this that have increased stack size of simulacrum splinters found in map. These are really low rolls, but you ideally want this to add together to about 80%, and that's enough. If it's on a 4-tablet region like City, then you can use low rolls like this. If it's on a 3-tablet region, you need to use higher rolls to reach that 80% roughly. If you reach around 80%, all the increases to your tablet effectiveness from Jado and from your Atlas tree will push it over 100%, generally speaking. And that means all of your single splinter stacks will turn into double splinters, and you just get bombarded with splinters, basically. Right? Like, so that map, I got 551 splinters, which is the equivalent of, like, maybe 5 divines or so in raw splinters. So basically, every single map that you do, before you take a look at any of the other currency drops, you're making like 4 to 5 divines just off of splinters, and then you have your actual divine drops, right? So that map, I dropped basically nothing, but I still made like 8 divines, right? And you just speed run through it like that. My Jado is unexpected missions. This one's super important. Unforeseen threats, partial translations, and ancient activations. Check the help channel one more time. Okay. Wait, you have so much regen. Oh, you have consecrated ground from... I'm really not sure, man. If it's still happening tomorrow, let me go again. Tell me tomorrow if it's still happening, and then I'll hop into a voice call with you so we can figure it out together. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Your stats look okay. Everything looks okay. I'm not sure why that's happening. I've literally never seen that before, by the way. Yeah, yeah. Have a good sleep, man. Just let me know tomorrow and I'll hop on call with you. The map rolls don't matter. Map rolls, I just go for effectiveness and monster rarity. Because item rarity doesn't affect splinter drops, right? That's why this is one of the best farms if you don't care about stacking rarity on your character. If you're trying to do breach farm or you're trying to do abyss farms, those are really, really, really reliant on actually having rarity on your character. If you're doing Deli farm, all of the splinter drops are completely irrespective of your own rarity. So you're making like 7, 8, 9 divines per map at a baseline with no rarity. That's why it's so good. Because I don't care for stacking rarity personally, and you can still make like crazy amounts of money off of it. My Discord server is, if you go to my last video, I don't have a command set up for it yet. If you go to my last video, it's in the video description. Is there a way to keep Vergless 100% uptime without casting wall? Yeah, pretty much. I only cast the wall like twice a map, at the very start and once before the boss. Everything in between is off of cast on elemental ailments. Okay, I need to buy some tablets. These are too low roll for 3 tablet regions. Tablet farming is really good. If you're just doing travel maps or you're just like kind of weak, then tablet farming is excellent. Estimated div per map? I don't know, man. Maybe like 8, 7 to 8. But I'm not really investing, right? I'm not buying like 10 div tablets. I'm using like literally 20 Exalt tablets, so... I would estimate like 8 to 9. If you want more, then you have to buy more expensive tablets. But it also depends like what you want me to include in the estimates, like, because there's always extra drops, right? Like I dropped the Spirit of the Cat earlier, so that's like 300 divs. But I don't... That's probably not what you meant. Even if you just buy cheap tablets like this, like 20, 25 exalts per, you're probably going to make at least like 6, 7 divines per map at minimum, just off the splinters and the gumball currency. Yeah, 6, 7. Not intentionally. Holy fuck, what is going on here? Oh, that's a 40%. Maybe that sells for something. Waystone stats? These are all just sorted by... I don't really bother buying Waystones because I have so many, so I just Alk, Exalt, Corrupt, and then I searched for anything that had like at least 25% effectiveness and at least 25% monster rarity. So what you can do is you can go to make a regex. So you go to POE2.re/waystone, or just POE2.re like this. You click Waystones. Let me clear this. And then you just type monster rarity, like 25, 30, something like that. Monster effectiveness, 25, 30, whatever. And then you just copy this and stick it into your... like this. Right? And it'll highlight everything that has the requisite stuff. They need to change tablets in general. Like, the amount of crafting you have to do on tablets is not right. Like, it shouldn't be like this in 1.0. If you have the 50 div build, your first upgrade should be Verana Siege for 20 divs to replace Magnified Area in your Earthshatter. Your second upgrade should be Rite of Passage Wolf. This guy right here. This is the biggest possible upgrade for the build. Yeah, they need to change a lot of the like busy work in the game. It's not good right now. That's in a city, really? I also really miss Reforger, man. Or, sorry, the Recombinator. Like, I really liked having the Recombinator in the game. I don't know why they removed it. I feel like it completely killed ground loot. Because before, if you picked something up off the ground and it was complete trash, but it had like a tier 1 flat, that was okay, right? You just chuck it in the Recombinator and you maybe get something out of it. But now it's like, nothing is worth picking up. But yeah, as for Vergless, like, you pop it once at the start of maps like this, and once before bosses, and that's it. Right? Besides that, your Cast on Elemental Ailment will keep your Vergless up. I'm like stuck on a pillar. Ooh, 290 divs in the bank. That's juicy. That is a juicer. Bro. I cannot with picking all these these splinters up. They really need to automate this somehow. I don't know. Oh. $50? It's half a div.
You sensed it too, did you? The spirit. Good thing you came by when you did.
How's my new build coming along? Not so good. The clear was good, the single target not so good. It's on pause until I figure something out. Splinter should absolutely be bulk at the end, man. They just need to have a little arrow down there to end the delirium. And yeah. Yeah, I agree. Needing to regex for tablets and waystones is not ideal. Why did I swap the Seismic Cry? It's bugged. It gives twice as much rage. So, if you Infernal Cry and every single other cry besides Ferocious Roar will give 8 rage per cry, and then you use Echo and Cry, so you get 24. Seismic Cry is bugged to give twice as much, so you can see I shoot up to 48 rage. So that's why Seismic.
Have an order?
290. I can't believe this one sold for 200, man. This was not worth 200 divines, by the way. I bought the base for this for like 2 divs. And then I desecrated it, and it sold for 200. You wrote a piece of code to generate a regex for 3 mod tablets, Irradiated Ritual, and Deli? I need that. With all of these, what should you do next? You don't want to upgrade the helm now? You can link me your Poe Ninja so I can take a look in the Discord. You sold a tablet for 250 divines? That is fucked up. Who bought that? 250 divines for a tablet? Am I reading that right? Oh no, Hidden Grotto. Feathered Raiment. I don't think that's worth anything. Oh, the glove? Yeah. People pay ridiculous amounts of money for gear that is not very good. I mean, I guess that thing was like 6x T1 with really awkward T1s. I can't imagine paying 200 divs for gloves that have leech on them. Personally. But it was T1 leech, I guess. Yeah, I think it's because people are buying, like, really, really expensive tablets for Expedition, because they make so much money anyways that... This is a miserable map, by the way. I think that Jado proc like 0%, so I didn't actually get over the 100% threshold. I'm getting no splinters. I don't have exalts? Whatever. think my whirling slash killed it. The best tablet you sold was 3-mod Breach for 49. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Does anybody use this? I don't think so. Feathered raiment? Bro, you must have like a fucking disgustingly good PC to run on group play. Every single time I get in a party like with like one other person, I just lag like unbelievably hard. You don't know how to send your build? If you go on POEninja.com, you can upload your character to the site or sync your character with the site and then give me the link to the... I'll show you how, don't worry. So you go here, po.ninja, and then you go to the top right corner and click account. And then characters Path of Exile 2, you click this to sync it. And then you click here, characters POE2, and it should show your characters here. You click the character, and then just copy the link to me in the Discord. With Soulcraft. Oh, you... True. I guess everybody is doing Mind Over Matter at the end of the league, right? It's just fork Mind Over Matter on every build. And just pray you don't get bopped by a fucking Mana Siphoner. Is there any way to remove Breath of Elder? It's socket bound, right? So I don't think so. What am I hitting? Where are my splinters? I might be using really shitty tablets. I kind of threw them in without looking. This build is so fucking fun, man. I can't believe I'm still playing it at 98. I'm usually, like, dying by the time I reach 97 on a character. I don't know what it is. Like, something about this build just, like, hits right for me. Just the way it pilots. It has, like, the right amount of button presses while still being, like, active enough that I'm not, like, losing my mind. I think it's like the fact that it doesn't have like 4 or 5 different buttons to juggle. So I don't get like confused while playing it, right? Like it's simple to play, but there's still enough activity and like moving the cursor around and stuff that it like keeps me interested. I think that's what it is. Yeah, martial artist. I haven't played him. I actually haven't made a martial artist yet, but Whirling Assault looks so comfortable. I'm pretty sure I'm using like complete junk tablets. I'm getting no splinter drops after I swap these in. You send the build right now? Okay, let me take a look. Eventide Ice Strike also looks really fun. Yes, it is zoomy and boomy. Let me take a look. What was your question again? Oh, right, what you upgrade next. You do not need this helmet. This helmet is only if you're using a physical mace, like, what's it called? Sadist Mercy. You're already using an Oral Visara, so you don't need this helmet. So upgrade to a rare helmet that has a lot of armor, maybe some life, resistances, armor to elemental damage. Your lore weave is really bad, man. Your lore weave is super bad. The two mods that you absolutely need are the Chill on Shatter, the Shatter on Chill line. That is absolutely mandatory in order to get the booms. And then ideally, either Onslaught or the Guard on Mana Flask line. I think the Guard on Mana Flask line is more important for defensive purposes. Yeah, those would be my first two upgrades. And then after that, you can send it to me again, and then I'll take another look. Time to Gamba Orals. The prices went down, so it's not a terrible time to Gamba. Don't forget Consecrated Ground for Loreweave. I still think it's like a little bit below the other two. I would say it's probably the fourth best mod though. And then Can't Be Chilled and Frozen is also super good. And I would say potentially +1 curse if you wanted to do like a double blasphemy setup. That could be pretty good. Wait, can you guys hear my music or no? Not on Twitch. How do people get music to go on Twitch? Is there some new tech you're using for mana? Your mana doesn't go down much at all. You have the flask and balanced gems and 1% on kill. No. That's all I have. I just make sure that I don't have too much plus melee on kill, or plus melee levels. I have +2 on my gloves, and that's it. I don't have any on my amulet, so that my mana costs don't go too high. Are you 100% sure you're balanced? This doesn't mean it's balanced, by the way. Like, these numbers up here do not mean it's balanced. Because it has to be balanced on your active set. So, like, for example, if you look here, my Earthshatter is 75 mana, and I drop my... If I swap this blue gem over to Spear Throw, my cost goes up to 106. Even though I have balanced numbers, right? It needs to be balanced on your main set, so just make sure that the cost actually goes down. You have +1 Cursed Loreweave and you're using Rakiata. You can do Temp Chains plus Enfeeble if you're using Rakiata. If you have enough spirit for it. You have 84. Do you have a level 21 Earthshatter? Mine is 25 in total. Mine are my links are Branching Fissures, Aftershock, Verglis, Piranhas, and Rapid Attacks. I don't think yours are balanced then. I think if you have lower level than me, and you have higher mana cost, it's not actually balanced. You might want to, like, swap, like, put in some... Oh, no Piranha? Yeah, that's true. I think Magnified Area has, like, 130% on it. So when you swap to Verana, it's a lot easier to maintain your mana. And you kill stuff faster, which makes it even easier. That's why I recommend, like, the first order of upgrades is Piranha, then Rite of Passage, and then you start looking at the other stuff. Does anybody know how you get music onto Twitch? I didn't realize I was just, like, humming to myself the whole time. I thought you guys could hear the music. Ooh, start of map kink. Always welcome. Honestly, I could probably sustain some more plus levels at this point. Like, if I got a level 21 gem, or +3 on my amulet, I could probably sustain it. Like, my mana's pretty comfortable now. I'm glad you're having fun, man. It's somewhere in OBS? Alright, I'll take a look after. Do you guys still interload some Mire, by the way? I haven't entered Loathsome Mire since week 1. That zone is absolute ass. I legit feel like I'm playing Cookie Clicker, picking up all these splinters. You'll only go there your SSF? Yeah. Oh, if you're SSF. Just one thing you couldn't wrap your head around. If you counted correctly, you have 13 skills in your endgame version. How do you fit it all? Oh, yeah, I'll show you real quick. Absolute poop. Okay, so 2 of them come from Augmented Flesh. You have to anoint this. I have it on a Megalomaniac because I got these before they went up way in price. They were 50 exalts when I bought mine. They are over 200 divines now, but it only costs 2 divines to anoint. So you need to anoint Augmented Flesh that gives you +2 skills. And then the other 2 are inactive. The Eternal Rage and Herald of Ash are not actually activated. They don't do anything. They're only here so that I get 4 extra strength motes, so that I get extra maximum life. And the way you do this is you just put on 2 unset rings, right? Toss these on, put in skills that have the corresponding color of the mote that you actually want, right? Or the motes that you want, and then take the unset rings off. And what happens is these skills are deactivated, but because they stay in your skill tab, they still count towards your maximum mote count. So it's just a really, really cheesy way to get some extra tankiness or juice or whatever you want. You actually got something useful from Loathsome Mire? That is a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence, man. You got a series communion. Now you can do some low-life memes. Time to figure something out. Is there even anything, like, memey to do with low-life? You just, like, set it, and then it's OP. Maybe some Lich with, like, mega movement speed. Reverse chill Infernalist with low-life. Yeah, make sure you anoint it, not get it on a Megalo. Like, that shit is way too expensive now. Augmented Flesh and Adrenaline Rush is insane. Wait, am I thinking of the right one? That is a really, really good one, man. I haven't gotten a single, like, remotely usable thing from Loathsome Mire. What happened with the Megalo? I made a video. I don't want to claim credit, but it went from 50 exalts to like 200 divs in like a day. Because I made a video on the moat tech with the plus skill slots, and then people started buying them. Which honestly doesn't even make sense to me, because you can just like buy it, put the stuff in, and then sell it back. Like, you don't have to keep the Megalo. So I don't know why the prices went up so high. I guess people just bought it and then just left it in their stash or something. But it's only like a 1.5 to 2 div anoint, so you don't need a Megalo for it. You can just anoint it. Another loathsome mire. Yeah. Another place I'm not entering. Ooh, wait, 75? Time to double corrupt it, man. Go hit the god or Vasara. 2 socket into overcorrupt. Perfect exalt. I feel like I haven't seen one of those in forever. Ooh, double think. Give me the triple think. You are spoon-fed? You are indeed spoon-fed, sir. You bought 5 Megalos with prod speed for your Deadeye Twisters, but only 1 had augmented flesh. Do I think Earthshatter is better than Infinite Falling Thunder? No. I think that... Okay, when I say no, I'm talking on different budget tiers. If you have an unlimited budget, I think Falling Thunder is better than Earthshatter. You got your Mage Blood? Congratulations, man. I think on a lower budget, Earthshatter is probably one of the best skills in the game, if not the best melee skill in the game, on like a lower budget, because it just does an absolutely mind-boggling amount of damage without needing to go crit, without needing to do anything crazy. Like, if you put this kind of tree on any skill except Earthshatter, you are going to be doing absolute fuck-all damage. Like, Earthshatter is absolutely busted in terms of its raw damage output with a really, really basic tree set. No, Sunder is not remotely comparable. Sunder is like, if you put Sunder on this tree, you will be dealing like a quarter of the damage that Earthshatter deals. Maybe exaggerating a little bit, but it is way, 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 way worse. Sunder is like 2 tiers below Earthshatter. But what I will say is if you pump like infinite currency into a build, Earthshatter is not S tier. Earthshatter is like an A tier skill at best because it's not omnidirectional, right? You shoot it in one direction and it's not even like a particularly big AoE either. It's like fairly limited AoE. What it's really, really good at is it pumps a shitload of damage on low budget and mid budget, and it has really, really good synergy with Bone Shatter and Whirling Slash because the way you scale Earthshatter is with attack speed. And because you scale it with attack speed, you get Whirling Slash and Bone Shatter speeds that are faster than other builds, right? Without having to invest a lot. Like, because you get attack speed on your main tree as well. A lot of builds basically only get attack speed on their Whirling Slash or their Bone Shatter set, so the overall speed is kind of capped. if that makes sense. But this gets attack speed on both the main tree and the whirling slash set, and that's why the whirling goes so fast. It just has really, really good synergy all around with getting a super, super good character on a low to mid budget. Now, why do I say Falling Thunder is better? Because Falling Thunder hits the entire screen. That's it. When you ramp to, this is 1.5 months into the league, right? So a lot of people are going to have a lot of currency to work with. When you get to this point of the league, a skill that hits the entire screen is simply going to clear faster than a skill that doesn't, right? So Twister, Oil Barrage, Falling Thunder, Whirling Assault, to some degree, like those are S tier skills to me. Whereas I think Earthshatter is like an A tier skill, and then the other mace skills are like below it. Like they're B tier, C tier, D tier. That at least that's the way I think about skills, at least on a higher budget. But what I will say is, if you try to put Falling Thunder together on the same type of budget that you put Earthshatter together on, you're gonna have a really crap character, man. Like, Palsteron's Falling Thunder build is super strong. He has 2 mirrors on that character, or more. He has, like, literally 10,000 plus divines invested onto that character, crafting, like, absolute GG tier jewels. I've heard reviews from people that put in, like, 3,000, 4,000 divs, and they're like, this doesn't feel good. Yeah, it's not a cheap setup, but if you have the money, it's fucking insane. But I will still consider it an S tier skill, because at the end of the day, if you pump enough money in, it's going to clear out the entire screen on every single hit. So it's really good. I don't think a single mace skill is on the same level as Earthshatter. They're not close. Earthshatter's the only mace skill that is an S tier for me, or A tier, close to S tier. I think Sunder is like C or D tier. Every single time I try Sunder, like, it looks really cool, and it's just like whacking something with like a fucking towel. I don't know, man. It doesn't do any damage. I think Perfect Strike is really, really good on Gemling, though. Like, Perfect Strike is close to an A tier on Gemling, and it's like F tier on every single other Ascendancy. And then Molten Blast is also really good on Gemling, and pretty bad on, I think, most other Ascendancies. Yeah, but I don't think Shield Wall is good. Okay, I think Shield Wall is good on League Start just because of how much damage it does on a really low budget, but it just gets outscaled so rapidly in terms of clear speed, in terms of usability. Like, Shield Wall in indoors layouts is so bad. I just absolutely hate how it handles terrain. Like, you put it down and half the shield wall just gets cut off by the wall. Yeah, it is really clunky. Like, all of the shield skills, except for Resonating Shield, are super, super clunky, in my opinion. I would love to use the shield throw skill, but it's just way too clunky in indoors maps. I mean, all credit to Palsteron. Like, he was super upfront about it, right? In his showcase, he was like, this is not even a build guide. This is just showing my character because this is not a real build. It's just money, right? He was super blunt about it and super honest about it, which is really good. He just had crazy amounts of money farmed up from his totem build, so he wanted to spend it, right? So, like, good on him. I just wouldn't try to replicate that without a huge amount of currency. Hollow form shield wall plus a slam to speed it all the way up. Do you have a link to that? That sounds really cool, actually. I didn't even know you could do shield wall with hollow form. You posted funny boots on... What do you think are the best mods for Mage Blood? Silver, Bismuth, and one of the either 2000 evasion or 2000 armor. Either is okay because we have iron reflexes. So granite or jade. How to craft a jewel with the very... You can't craft a jewel with massive. Massive is only on what's it called? Controlled something. You can only craft up the very large jewels, I think. You just use an ancient potent liquid melancholy. This guy right here. They're like 10 exalts. They're really cheap. And then you... Oh, they went up a little bit. But you just 50-50 the prefix. Funny boots on Discord. Do we divine this? Yeah, this is not very good, I think. I don't think this is going to be used by a lot of people. So you can either sell it as is and buy another one, or... Chrono... Oh shit, these are nice boots, man. Gain Onslaught for 4 seconds when your marks activate? What is that from? I didn't even know that was a rune. Where can you get the recipe to Runeforge Oro? I think it's just campaign recipes. If not, then it's just the initial expedition quests. If I'm not mistaken. If you don't have the recipe, I can forge it for you if you want me to. Like you can give me the Ore of Asara and I can reforge it for you, or rune forge it for you. Caves. It's from Bodak. Oh, okay. I thought it was from campaign. Caves and expedition maps. Okay. So just run some expedition and you'll have it. But if you need it right now, I can rune forge it for you. How do you craft the jewel? I have a link in my guide. If you go to the jewel section. Here. Wait, not here. Where? This link here. If you go under the gear, there's a link here to the time lost rubies. What the hell? Okay, I recommend not using the jewel. Just use like a regular jewel that has good stats. I don't. These when I made this link, the prices were like 5 divines. It went up a lot. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know what to do about this part because like I tried to set up budget stuff for the builds, but the prices just keep going up. So I'm not sure how to handle that. I would just use a regular jewel if you can't afford one of these. If you can afford one of these, all you have to do is just buy one and then use the Ancient Potent Liquid Melancholy, and that's it. I think I got mine just from the initial expedition quests, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't remember. I don't know which recipes are associated with which unlocks, unfortunately. Those are really cool boots, by the way. Bismuth, Jade, Basalt. I think you would want a silver, but this is pretty good overall. Okay.
Choose what you need.
Why do I even pick up rares? I feel like I should just take every single rare out of my loot filter at this point. There's just nothing that is worth anything at this point in the league. Looking at theoretically server tick Ravenous Swarm 20 plus wolves or skeletal brute sacrifice DD. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what you just typed. I've got no idea what you mean. Like trying to lag the servers on purpose? This is how to get it on Expedition. Let me repaste this so that he can get it. Because I think he's on YouTube and you're on Twitch, so let me repaste it. Wait, does this only paste it to Twitch? I don't think this goes on YouTube. I'm not sure how to actually double chat. All right, I'll figure that out for next time. I just like straight up took your link and pasted it back at you. This is my homework, man. I made this, not you. Why does Guardian Spear even show up? I need to take this off my filter. I don't think any build uses this. Wait, why is she invincible? What? I have a bugged Nyasa. Excuse me? Wait, do you guys see this? I can't hit her. Can she hit me? Wait, I actually can't hit her. Okay, man. That's pretty chill. No, she doesn't have evasive. She's just she's literally immune. She just doesn't take damage. I think she can hit me though. Bro, she's got Mage Blood. She has a 4x Jade Mage Blood. Rogue Exile Strike Back. If you ever wonder where 5 mod Heart of the Wells come from, it's her. She's wearing 5 mod Heart of the Well, she's wearing like 8 Mage Bloods. Oh, time for the worst boss in the game. Oh, he actually cast it fast for once. Bro, sometimes I sit here for like 40 seconds just waiting for him to do a spell, because he's just invincible. Augmented Flesh? Yeah, just anoint it. Don't buy a Megalo. Hey bro, what would be the best farming strat for the build? Basically the one I'm doing right now, in my opinion. Just Deli with 3 to 4 Deli tablets, stacking splinters. You make maybe like anywhere from 5 to 10 divines per map, depending on how good your tablets are. I don't know why they make the boss like that, man. They should just let us kill him. How am I so fast? Just get attack speed, basically. You get attack speed, and you just go slap some stuff. Basically, Earthshatter is just a really, really broken skill. So you don't really have to go crit, you don't have to click any damage, you just click attack speed, and you're good to go. Yeah, because I think I have really crappy tablets on right now, but generally speaking, you'll farm like at least 300 splinters per map, which is 3 divines by itself, right? I think my current tablets are just really bad, though. Let me check them. Because I am not getting splinters right now. They have effectiveness. I'm actually not sure why I'm not getting splinters. Alright, whatever. You think Gemling is nerfed to the ground next league? I mean, some of the alternate qualities for sure are getting nerfed. Like 100%. The rest of the ascendancies, whatever. It kind of varies. If you're on, like, city maps and you're doing 4 tablets, you can get, like, 500, 600 splinters per map. But I'm just running it on 3 tablet right now. Because I don't have any... I don't think I have any city set up. Do I? Let me see my loot. Where's my loot? Oh, there we go. Like, I think the way splinters work is when you get increased splinter count, it doesn't round up to the next whole number, right? You have to actually pass like 100%, 200%, etc. So when you run 4 tablets, like, you really easily pass the threshold and you just get massive, massive splinter drops. Should you prioritize Shatter, Onslaught, Guard on Flask? You prioritize Shatter, and then if you feel like you're really tanky, you get Onslaught. If you feel like you're kind of squishy, you get Guard on Flask. My personal recommendation is prioritize Shatter and Guard on Flask. I think Guard on Flask is completely broken. If you look at my HP, I basically never lose HP, and it's completely because of the Guard. I need some better tablets. These maps are dropping like 0 splinters. Yo! Server! Holy! Oh my god, I'm lagging so hard right now. Jesus! Alright, I'm gonna relog after this. This is crazy. Yeah, I need to relog after this map. Wait, I can't use a portal. Am I still using my Expedition setup? No, I literally only run that in Expedition. Because you can kind of see in these maps, right? These are like 200% Deli with full Deli tablets. I don't take damage, so there's no real point running a defensive setup with Temporal Chains. I don't think my HP has gone down like a single time the entire stream, right? It's just all blocked by the Guard. So I don't even know if I need it in Expedition. I just kind of assumed that I needed it in Expedition. Because I didn't want to rip my Elder Sagas, so I just went with a defensive setup. But to be completely honest with you, I'm pretty sure you can just run the Elemental Weakness setup if you have like decent mechanics and just... you're fine, I think. The Guard on Flask is just really insane. As long as you press it in like a timely manner, you just don't take damage. Oh, double... oh, sorry. You mentioned that you updated your passive tree. Has this not been updated on the mobile analytics? No, because some of it's just testing, right? Like, I want to make sure before I actually change it on the mobile analytics. But the only things I changed were, I'm connecting through here now because I wanted to pick up a little bit more life regen. And then I dropped off this spear section over here in order to pick up the attack speed here because it brings me a little bit closer to this section, which gives a little bit of life regen. And this means that when I'm at maximum rage, currently I don't lose HP in either form, which is just really nice. Because I hate doing like ignited ground maps and degenning from Berserk, and then it's just super annoying to play, right? So I lost a little bit of attack speed, but for overall character comfort. I wonder how good it is to just like stack tablets that have increased stack size and increased unique monsters. Because like it's so satisfying picking up like 50 splinters at once instead of these like little gumball 2 splinter stacks. I might try that. Just like three tablets that have splinter stack size and unique monsters. Oops. Damn, I'm getting splinters and dibs. Full rots. Is that worth anything? 5 mirrors right here. 5 mirrors. I'm calling it. Bro, I hate Expedition and like layouts like this. There's just so much shit everywhere. Like, you have to dodge out of the volatiles, but there's just terrain everywhere. shader reload. How many rings do you think we need to get the lore weave? I don't know. I didn't craft mine. I bought mine when it was really, really cheap, and then the prices went up, so maybe it's better to craft it now. That's like the nice thing about making builds. You always get it at the lowest price, and then the prices only go up from there. Most of my gear I bought for like 2 to 3 divines, man. Like, I buy really cheap shit. It's just the prices go up. It's unfortunate. 2 socket siren scale, 45 divs. Nice. Enjoying the build so much. Quite cheap, very far from the meta cock or totem ones. I'm surprised it's cheaper than the totem ones. I thought the totem builds were very cost effective. Like, from what I heard, Grim Pillar Totems is like really, really good on low budget, right? Oh, you drop the... You can drop that in campaign? That's nuts. Is there any faster way to price check tablets? Price check them enough times until you actually know the prices, I guess. Grim Pillar is? Yeah, I heard Arc isn't good on low budget. I'm surprised the Arc one is... The Arc alternate quality looked really strong, so I thought it would be okay on a low budget, but I guess not. Atlas Master Config? I haven't even changed it, to be honest with you. I don't even know what's on it. I gave up, man. It's a month and a half into the league. Like, I cannot be bothered with changing that thing for each farm that I do, so I don't even know what's on there right now. You'll be squishy, it's glass cannon. I thought totem builds didn't have to invest that much in damage, and they could just, like, go for big ES and ward. That's surprising. Like, I have never played, like, an actual totem build besides mortar cannon, so I don't have a good understanding of how totem builds work, to be honest with you. I thought you just, like, stack big ES and call it a day. And then just, like, stand 2 screens away from all the danger. Now, that's my perception of totems, at least. Alright, 5 mirrors. 5 mirrors. Right here. I didn't even show up, man. Oh, what a bait. I heard the noise and I was like, 5 divines? What even was it? I can't even find it. 5... Yeah, I don't... Oh, 5 greater orbs of augmentation. Fantastic. Divine? Chaos. I hate Ignited Ground, man. I need to stop running Ignited Ground maps. How much did I make that map? That was... So this is 3 divs on splinters, and then 3 raw divs. So maybe like 7 divs? That's not bad. Wait, that had max ES. Alright. Arc is fine on low budget, but you'll be squishy. Arc totems is MOMs. Shreds everything, but your mana is your life. Yeah. Tankiest mage you've played this league was a Frost Darts Gemling that went mana before life instead of using MOM. Not cutting. I wanted to try Frost Darts. Like, I basically never play mages, but Frost Darts look really, really cool. But then I saw they're a payoff gem, and they can't chill and they can't freeze. Double Bis on Mageblood? Bis on Mageblood is silver, bismuth, and either jade or granite, and then doubled. Any of those doubled. It freezes with Eventide? Oh, that sounds interesting. Eventide Frost Darts. How am I so fast? I still get one shot sometimes and figured it was bleeding actually that kills me every time. You have 2.5k HP and 82% armor. What should your next upgrade be? You can post your POE ninja in the Discord and I can take a look. I don't really have anything special to make me fast. It's just you keep gradually upgrading the build, get more HP, get more armor, get more attack speed. It's like a pretty straightforward build overall in terms of upgrades, so. The only other thing is, when you're whirling, if you're whirling long distances, don't whirl like this. Don't put your cursor at the edge of your screen. This is like a slow whirl. There's two different speeds of whirling. If you put your cursor right in front of your character, in the direction that you're going, and you hold it down, right? And then you WASD in that direction, it'll go a lot faster, right? This is fast whirling. And then this is slow whirling. You can see it's like 50% slower, right? So it takes a while to get used to, but if you get good at fast whirling, like you kind of have to bounce your cursor back and forth, but you go a lot faster through maps like that. It does take a while to get used to, though. But you can see it, right? Like, look at the head of my character. When I do the slow whirl, it just, like, bounces back and forth. You can also look at the, like, the trailing whirling slash. I'm, like, in the trail, right? But this is the fast whirl. The trail is, like, completely behind me, right? Oops. It only works like this for whirling slash. It doesn't work like this for bone shatter. I'm not quite sure why. Feature. Yeah. We were certainly using a lot of features in this build. I'm pretty sure there's like 4 or 5 different interactions in this build that are not supposed to be here. Like the Earthshatter is not supposed to work like this with the Aftershocks, I'm pretty sure. The moats are not supposed to work like this. I don't think Whirling Slash is supposed to work like this. Ethical melee build. Melee, yeah. I get it, yeah. I mean, it's still melee in the sense that you have to stand still to attack, but yeah, it's like half range, to be honest. I do play it as a melee most of the time, though. Like, I go pretty close, except in Expedition. Expedition, I play like a complete coward. Oh my god. You're on PS5. I don't know if you can do it on PS5. It might just be a PC only thing. I've not heard of anybody actually doing it on console. I think it's just mouse and keyboard. I'm glad there's a Divine Sync, man. Divines are like absolute candy this league. Oh no, my tablets! Oh, sinkhole. But yeah, if you post your thingy in the Discord, I can take a look and see what you should upgrade. Where are my splinters? Where's my loot? Okay, I think I need to set up more Deli fog. I'm running out of fog. Oh. I hope they change this for 1.0. Like, I don't think you should have to keep setting up Deli fog. You should just be able to run it, I think, if you're strong enough to. I have some left here, actually. Only a little bit. How did this only Deli 3 maps? I have some Deli here as well. No, my epitaph. Absolute poop. Do you have Augmented Flesh Megalo always equipped or just snapshotted for the... I have it always equipped. I only have 2 snapshot from the unset ring. Because I need the actual slots for Megalo. So I'm only getting like half use out of the unethical tech. Bro, they need to expand the number of base slots. Like, it's just too low. 9 is not enough, man. Like, every single build, even on, like, 100 spirit builds, I always run out of slots to use. I think if they gave us, like, 10 to 11 slots at a baseline, that would be good for me. You delied, like, 6 cities at once, now I need to run 4 more. Go get the bread, man. You want to drop the spear part points where I put more for defend. The spear stuff is all on weapon set 1, so... it doesn't affect your actual defense. The defense is on the main tree. Is 200% Deli ritual worth the run, or should I stick? No, I don't think so. They don't really scale with each other, right? Like 200 Deli makes the mobs harder. It doesn't scale the ritual loot, so I think 200 Deli, you either run Breach, Abyss, or Deli. Personally, in order of like profit and enjoyability, I think 200% Deli with 3 to 4 Deli tablets is the best. Abyss is profitable but pretty annoying to run, and then Breach is the least profitable on 200% Deli, but it's really fun to run, so. Oh, it scales tribute? Okay, then maybe 200% Deli ritual is good. I didn't know that. I basically never run ritual. The rage regen nodes at what level? Do you mean the HP regen? What's my whirling attacks per second when buffed? Let me check. It dropped a little bit because I dropped some attack speed off for some life regen, but let me see. Let me get my onslaught up. Where is this? $11.36, roughly. I don't know if I had my pod up actually. Yeah, 11.36. But that's with onslaught up and with stimulants, with my flask popped. Yo, I'm like stuck. Wait, can you guys say what your names on Discord and in-game are? So I can, like, match people to who they are? 70k tribute, Jesus. Tink. I need to run amelioration, man. I've been lazy about it, but if I die at this level, like, it's so much EXP loss. I need to buy an amelioration. You're running 20 divine tablets. Oh, hey, Bex. Italian, Bex. You can't run both. Only one will proc per map. I've made that mistake before. Just run one Omen. You can't get both procs. Where am I from? I'm in Maryland right now, but I'm moving back to California in 7 days. Alcan Go Enjoyer. To be honest, I'm an Alcan Go Enjoyer, but I feel like I need to learn a little bit more about endgame farms, so I've been trying to roll tablets and stuff a little bit more deliberately lately. Because like when I'm just playing for myself, there's a lot of things that I do a little bit differently in the builds as well. Because I like to go really, really, really fast. If I were making these builds just for myself instead of making guides, like, these would be really, really degenerate looking builds. Like, you can probably tell from the way I play. I'm just, like, full-on suicidal. I run into everything. I would probably have, like, Blink in here and just, like, a bunch of stupid shit and drop all the defense notes. Because I play like a complete dumbass usually. But I feel like if I put out build guides like that, like, everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck is this? So I kind of try to balance it a bit more. You saw me take mass rejuvenation on my tree. At what level did I get there? What is mass rejuvenation? Is it this? Oh, I just took it. I literally just took it like earlier today. I respect into it. You can take it whenever. Like, if you feel like you're dying to berserk degen, or it's just really annoying, then you can just pick it up. Yeah, that's like blaster builds in general, right? Like, if you reach a certain level of damage and clear coverage and mobility, like, as long as you have some form of, like, guard or, you know, like, something like that, you just don't really take damage from, like, 99.9% of content. So, I usually don't focus too hard on defense. But I kind of realized, like, making the last few build guides that... How to put it? Like, I have to consider the people using the builds a little bit more. Because originally, I was just, like, making my own builds, right? And just showing exactly what I was running. But especially on the Spearfield character, like, I got so many complaints that the Spearfield character was, like, super, super squishy and people were getting one-shot. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I gotta actually balance the builds a little bit. Because when I play personally, it's like you're seeing on stream, right? I just, like, one-shot stuff. So I don't really deal with a lot of the stuff people feel in terms of squishiness. But, like, if I downscale the builds to, like, a dad gamer or somebody with less currency or less experience, like, then it kind of makes sense to me. It was kind of like an oh shit moment when I realized that, like, the builds I'm making are, like, too squishy for the people that I'm making them for. So, I'm trying to balance them a little bit better now. But if it was just me, this would be, like, completely degenerate. Like, blink, full movement speed, full attack speed, no defenses. That's my kind of build naturally. Do I have a current POE Ninja link? Yeah. It is Gremlin League Aware. Let me link this. Oh fuck! It only links in Twitch. I don't know why. I don't know how to link it to YouTube off of this. Like, this is supposed to be a combined chat thing, but it's only linking in Twitch. Oh! Oh! Oh, I am so not smart. Wait, no, that didn't fix anything. Wait, what? YouTube. Send. I can't send it to YouTube. Okay, well, if you look at Gremlin League Aware, it should come up. Why doesn't that work? I'll try to figure that out for next time. You're watching a streamer be born backwards, bro. I'm like an absolute Neanderthal. I actually I cannot figure any of the shit out. I'm trying to add like one. I'm trying to make sure to add like one thing per stream. Like I added on chat this time. I figured out how to do the dual chat between Twitch and YouTube, but I have not figured anything else out yet. I'll try to figure that out for you next time. Sorry. I'll get there eventually, I guess. Is the fire damage from Sacred Flame enough to consistently proc it? You can see if they're ignited from their bodies. Like, their bodies will be burning if they're ignited. You can check for your own character. I checked for mine, and yes, it was working. Actually, you can't see from the bodies because they're all shattered. What you can do is you can just go to like one of your skills and open up the AoE, and then check like before and after you kill a pack of mobs and see if it went up or not. I did check for my own character and it works for me, so. You're gonna save up for a blood mage. What should you focus on, speed or res? Oh, mage blood. I was like, blood mage. You want to focus on silver, bismuth, and either jade or granite, ideally. Oh. Like, speaking of which, if there's anything that you guys, like, notice is really off about the stream, or, like, you want added or anything like that, just let me know. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. And I also don't really watch other streams very much, so I don't know, like, what you're supposed to add. So if there's, like, stuff that I'm supposed to add, just let me know, and I'll try to add it. Changed your armor and helm. Let me take a look. Okay, big runic word. Oh, you need to cap your resistances, my guy. You're gonna die to everything. These need to be capped. Your chaos res doesn't need to be capped, but hopefully it won't be 0. But above all else, you need to make sure your resists are capped. So rebalance your gear according to that. These aren't your actual rings, right? Like, you're not actually using unset rings. Because you should not be using unset rings. You can just anoint augmented flesh, and then you can wear normal rings. Duo 200 Deli. I don't want to because I'm gonna lag like out the absolute butthole. But if you can find somebody else in the chat, then yeah. I play on a laptop, so I already had to lower everything to like the absolute minimum just to stream. So I'm pretty sure if we two-man, like, I'm gonna just lag out the fucking... Yeah. Maybe when I get an actual PC, when I can afford an actual PC. I play on, like, a shitty little laptop. Is the 50 div budget supposed to feel a little jank around 72? I think every single melee build in the game is supposed to feel a little bit jank around level 72. I can't think of like a single melee build that feels good around that level, unless you just have really, really good gear. But you can link me your setup and I can see if there's anything significantly wrong with it. Yeah, you just link me your POE ninja in the Discord. Actually, it might not even be. You might not be high enough level. There's if have you played like life melee builds before, or is this your first one? Blaster builds like this just progressively scale up, right? Like when you get a decent level of gear, damage, tankiness, and whatever, like eventually you're gonna be just like absolutely tearing through every single map. But it takes a little bit to get there. Face roll slams. Yeah. Like my builds are not super complicated, but for melee attack builds, they're somewhat complicated. Like usually there's a couple like niche interactions that are involved. And if you don't know how to get the interactions online properly, then it feels pretty awkward. It's like not as complicated as caster builds, but it's more complicated than like normal melee builds usually. Because I usually include some kind of funny tech to get extra damage or tankiness or mobility. Link it in the Discord, Italian. I don't have two monitors, so I can't actually like move my mouse and click it from here. So it has to be in the Discord. Where is the boss? Oh, I missed them. Wait, what? Where's the boss? Oh, okay. Yeah, it definitely takes a little while. A lot of people have had some trouble setting the build up. That's why I'm doing the streams. Bro, they need to let you skip this cutscene, like, after the first time you kill the boss. It makes sense in campaign, but in maps, this is just painful. It takes, like, longer than the entire map just to wait for this boss. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, let me take a look. Looking for advice on how to solve mana, you feel tanky, you don't die in juiced expeditions or 200% Deli, you delete everything, but your mana is non-existent. Let me see. Nice spear, man. This is better than mine. Nice helm, man. This is better than mine. You definitely need to upgrade your mage blood, by the way. Like, it's a double, but it's 29% increase, so this needs to be divved or changed or something. It's the rolls aren't bad, but 29% increase is really, really low. If I were you, what I would actually recommend is dropping the +2 from bolstering implants. Like, you just have too many plus levels. So if you just sit there holding your Earthshatter, it's just going to drain way too quickly, I think. Wait, you have a Laviangas. Okay, the number one fix is drop Laviangas. I know it sucks having to actually press your flask, but I would really, really recommend you use the Chalice instead. It heals like 3 to 4 times as much as Laviangas. I can't sustain with the with Laviangas either. So the first thing I would try is replace your Laviangas, and if that doesn't work, then I would drop bolstering implants and put the points into either integrated efficiency or into adaptive capability, and that way you can just pump all your points into strength and just have like a bunch of extra HP, one or the other. Yeah, you can use the +20 res rune in Norweave, but to be honest, everybody that has a mage blood can cap anyways, so it's like okay, right? I don't have one in mine either. If you're wearing a headhunter, then you absolutely want to wear the +20 all res rune. Yeah, his helmet is fucking disgusting. What the hell? I like did a double take at his helmet. I guess the suffixes could be a little bit better. The armor applies to Ella isn't that good, but it's got really good pre's and 30 quality. Anything else here? Nothing really mana related. Fraction, temp chains, scavenged. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't like pressing it either, but... Okay, that's not true. I do like pressing it, because it gives me guard. I was like... I ran Olroths on every single build in the last 2 leagues, so... I'm really bummed that Olroths is gone, or it's only for ward builds now, but this is kind of like my Olroths replacement. You main Molten Blast in mapping and Earthshatter in bossing? I think that's pretty good too. The only thing about Molten Blast is like, you have to dual wield to get double the projectile count, and if you're dual wielding, it has a 30% less attack speed penalty, so that's kind of annoying for me. But Molten Blast is pretty good for sure. Oh, bro, crafting the gear for this build is not good. Like, because it's so abnormal to be playing like a standard life armor build 1.5 months into the league that there's no market for it. Like, it's so expensive to craft, and then the pieces aren't that valuable. So I just buy them. Everybody's playing like ES builds and whatnot, but I just play like basic ass stupid Unga Bunga life builds most of the time. Also, what's up, Hectic? Oh, my maps are gone. Oh no, I have some still. I think armor to chaos on the helmet is also pretty good, if you can get it. I don't know what the weighting on that mod is, but I think that's probably pretty decent. Yeah, that's true, the bases are cheap. Did I miss one? Cyrenical. Are you still here, Cyrenical? Or Crinical? Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, level 75. You have an Onslaught one. If you're feeling squishy, you can replace Onslaught with the Guard on Mana Flask one. I think that one's a little bit more important for the build overall. just to make sure that you're not dying. But if you feel tanky enough, then this is fine. This is fine. Oral Visara. Version. Okay, priority upgrades for you are number 1, get a Verona Siege. It's about 20 divines or so. And replace your magnified area. And then your next upgrade should be Rite of Passage Wolf, so that you can use Herald of Ice Chaining and Scavenged Plating, etc. And then after that point, your build's going to feel a lot better. So about 80 to 90 divines in total to do those 2 upgrades, but your character should feel a lot better after that. Oh, you don't dual wield the Molten Blast. That's interesting. Wolf. It has to be Wolf. It's like 65 divines or something like that. Bex, you have to post it in the Discord. I can't click it from... I'm like an absolute Neanderthal. I'm literally looking at the chat on my phone. So I can't, like, click it. I don't have a second monitor. Italian. Let me see. Definitely try to get some life on your rings. You're pretty low on maximum life right now. I would say you probably want to reroll your Mage Blood at some point. And then gradually transition into an Oral Visara and a Rare Helmet. Stimulants. Yeah, no Scepter yet. Yeah, this makes sense. Just gradually upgrade into Oro plus a Rare Helmet is your next step, and then get a different Mage Blood or Divine this one. Damn, first mob, perfect rollers.
Will feed the new tomorrow. The savior is
What the hell is this? I've never seen this. Does he always do this with the little spine? I've never actually watched carefully. That's so weird.
My flesh is unimportant.
Oh my god, I cannot get up these stairs. Oops. Bro, my Q key keeps falling off. This is like a badge of honor for a Hecarim one trick on League. I have 3k hours on POE, but it's not my WASD keys falling off, it's my Q key from playing Hecarim. Oh, 9 p.m. Okay, sorry. I still don't know what people buy their like Discord versus YouTube names, so I don't know, or Twitch, so I don't know who's who. You're using a rare mace with... Let me turn my music off, actually. You're using a rare mace with 800 full DPS, lots of attack speed, but you're a bit lacking in cold damage, so your COEA doesn't have like 100% uptime. The frost walls proc like once in 2 to 4 Earthshatters. I still do amazing damage, but I wonder if it was worth it to ditch the rare and just go for the usual Oro. If you're using a pure rare mace, you have to be a little bit more careful. You probably will have to spawn the frost walls manually every now and then. But if you have really, really good rings with like big lightning damage, big cold damage, and like double gain on your Heart of the Well, it should be okay. I tested like an 800 Fizz DPS mace and it was okay overall. So I think it should be okay if the rest of your gear is good, but you might have to spawn a manual frost wall every now and then to get your Vergless back up. If your Vergless is actually up, you should be completely chilling because you just do a shitload of cold damage. Lilia? Yeah. 4 a.m. Show my passive tree. Here you go. Is there a part of it you wanted to see? It's pretty much the same thing that's in the build guide. Just this little part I switched up to get a bit more life regen. Okay, I will probably run a couple more maps and then make some food because I'm getting kind of hungry. Yo, I'm like stuck on the wagon. I can't hit anything.
Horrid insect. So, today's finally the day, eh, old friend?
Div. Okay, I need to find a different farm than Deli for a while, just for the sake of my sanity, so I stop having to click all these splinters. Like, maybe I'll try Ritual or something, because I've never actually invested into Ritual farm. Greater Chaos. Yes, I like that. I don't like that. I don't like that either. Yo, let me whirl. Up 95 divs off ritual. Is it like fast? I don't know. Every time I see people playing ritual, they're just like sitting in the screen re-rolling favor, and I'm like, that looks really boring. So I've never actually given it a actual try. I don't think I even finished my ritual tree, my ritual atlas tree. Dude, I am stuck on something and I don't know what. I think it's the remnant. Holy latency!
Already set.
Ooh, 2x divines. Okay. I'll take it. It's like being an expedition without being an expedition. Yeah, they did do a really, really good job of making sure all the farms are viable. Like, there's still problems, but I think they did an excellent job this league on everything except for performance. Like, performance, not good. Absolutely dog shit. Poo-poo and poo-poo. A 3080 should still be good. Like, I think that's POE's fault. That's not your PC's fault. This game just needs, like, way, way, way better optimization. Especially this league, I don't know what happened. Like, the number of crashes, black screens, and freezes I've had this league is, like, absolutely absurd. It's more than 0.1 to 0.4 put together, easily. I don't know what happened this league.
Darkness descends, and with it your end. The mists remain.
No, it is not just you, man. I've gotten really lucky on this stream. Like, sometimes when I play, it's like every other map, I get, like, my screen just blacks out and I get a shader reload. Literally every other map. And then I get out of the map and I open the atlas and it's black and I have to relog. And then I go back in and halfway through the map I crash. And it just freezes and then I have to restart the game. Like, it is insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. This stream's been pretty lucky so far. I've only had like two shader reloads or whatever it's called.
As expected.
But no, you are not alone, man. Yeah. I have to play on windowed. Oh no! I'm full on waystones again. I have to play on windowed or my game just like absolutely freaks out when I alt tab. It lags, it crashes, it like spawns like 18 different clients. Like I can't play full screen anymore. If you can't alt tab, then just go windowed, like me. It's a bit annoying, but it's better than crashing. Just look for Mageblood, Headhunter, high-end Omen. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's like less to look through now that it's just uniques and omens. That's true. I always got kind of annoyed mousing through all the the magics and rares to see if there were any good bases, so maybe I will try some ritual.
Choose what you need. Go.
Oh, thank God I didn't put that in. I am not running augury. For me, it's all the time. Like, it doesn't matter what I have. Yeah, I get deadlock as well.
You are truly created for punishment.
Can I show my Jado? Yeah, I'll show it after this map. Wait, can I open my Jado in the map or no?
Your soul is forfeit.
You know what they say about found money?
It's all two splinters. Where's my bosses? Where's my big boy splinters?
There, heart of the spirit.
Swap some skills points to life re- Yeah, yeah. As long as you're not degenning, it's just really nice feeling, even if you whirl a little bit slower. Ooh, I thought I crashed there. No, 2 silver is good. You want 2 silver. Or like you want at least one repeat so that you get buffed stuff. Like the ideal Mageblood, generally speaking, is going to be like 3 mods and then one of them is duplicate. It doesn't matter which one's duplicate.
Shipment sent.
Speak quickly. Gold is useless to me. Take it. Go.
Oh, I have to clear my waystones again. Okay, my Atlas Jado is 1311. Yeah, 1311. I don't know if my stuff is necessarily like 100% optimal though. I don't really put a ton of time into doing like fully optimized endgame farm because I just don't really make expensive builds. So it might not be like the best possible thing, but it's just what looked kind of correct to me. The main thing for doing Splinter Farm is just make sure the total of your tablets when you add them together. Let me see. Where's my thing? The increased stack size of simulacrum splinters found in your map, just make sure it adds up to something close to 80%. Like maybe 78, 79 is okay. Just make sure it's kind of close to 80% and you should be okay. Because the like all of the increased effective tablet stuff will boost it over 100%. You need it to end up over 100% to double your splinters from 1 to 2. Yeah, splinter tablets, amount of rare monsters, the stuff that spawns more mirrors is good too. Effectiveness is also good. Yeah, they do. I just buy cheap tablets, so my maps are kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes I'll get like 100 splinters, sometimes I'll get like 400 splinters. It's pretty variable since I don't use the expensive tablets. Alright. I think that's the last map for me. I am super, super hungry. I need to make some food. Okay. Anybody have any last questions or any like profiles that they want me to look over before I wrap up? I went longer than I thought. 9 o'clock. Thanks, man. It's been fun, actually. Like, I didn't know if I would like streaming or not, but it's been pretty chill. Just like hanging out with people while I play. Keep the mace and get better rings? Yeah. Increased delirious amount. Does that do anything? I guess that increases toughness, so it increases I don't know how item quant from increased deliriousness like interacts with splinters. I kind of wish we knew more about how deliriousness actually worked. Like I don't think we have any of the numbers. It's just like guesses. All right, bros. Have a good night. It's been actually pretty fun.